His business has completed over 2,200 orders with over 200 repeat clients, thousands of glowing reviews, and a perfect 5.0 rating. Scott, welcome to Be a Boss.
So I went from 2 sources to income to overnight 0. And of course I freaked out a bit, but the whole time I was sitting there thinking, like, I wonder if there's a way I can do this myself. Do I really need DoorDash? Do I really need Instacart? And eventually I found Dumpling. And to think that's the situation now, when 3 years ago when I started Fly Guys didn't even have a name, to having a name, to having an EIN, to having an LLC, to now currently working on trying to get funding and business credit and things of that nature. Mind blowing. You can definitely make money with this.
Many people think you have to have this master plan to start your own company and years of planning, but more often than not, it's you see an opportunity in front of you and you give it a try. And eventually you realize, wow, I've got a real business here.
I build my brand of loyalty and trust. Welcome to the Fly Guys family, because I try to treat everybody as if they're a member of my family. And then just let them know, hey, if there's anything here that you need from me, let me know. The difference between your everyday cup of coffee you make at home and the Starbucks, and the only difference is that symbol on the side of the Starbucks coffee. A big part of it is they just always see my face. If they don't see my face, they're seeing my name brand somewhere, whether it's on the back of my car. I have a window. I have QR codes in the car. I have QR codes at pretty much every major mom and pop restaurant in town. Lose now to win later is my philosophy. And then just going in social media side, just baby that thing. Like, because you never know. There might be a person that's downloaded the app 2 years ago, and then boom, out of nowhere, they'll place a big order. And they may tip you very heavy. My beginning niche was getting into the food truck scene. I'm doing a restaurant of the month type thing. And then you have people that use you for everything. So you find a happy medium there. And then you're going to have people that you fire as a client just because the personality maybe doesn't match up. You don't feel respected, whatever it might be. But that's part of the process. You might be able to serve them in a way they never thought. Costco pizzas, Costco's hot dogs. When you do get the opportunity of a new person, just do whatever you can to wow them. For her, I treat her just like I would my mother. And then when I get there, I take the groceries inside her home and put them on the table for her, because I realize that it's difficult for her. When they can see you as a human being, you might be surprised on some of the things they'll do. I've had customers just go back into the app, go back to a previous order, send me a random tip. You're not going to see that on Instacart or DoorDash. It's just not going to happen. It was a very nice thank you note and a $100 bill. I've heard it been said, show up. So showing up is, I would say, the biggest one. Some level of consistency in terms of your communication, options. Because I have a pretty big social media presence, I'm on there pounding the pavement, looking for new leads, creating new content, offering value, structured videos, opportunities for me to maybe help you if you're a business owner, how I might be able to help you there. You guys created an opportunity and a platform that I didn't know existed. I have a control over 99% of what I do. I have control over, including schedules, how much money I make, how much money I don't make, if I need to change pricing on a specific location, what zones and zip codes I'm working in. Client has become a challenge and I decide I don't want to work with them anymore. I can just remove them as client. The fraud protection features are great. I can sum it up an opportunity, because there, as far as I know, there's really nothing else out there. I would say 90% or so of my transactions are done in the Dumpling app. Occasionally, I will come across somebody who's just technology challenged. And then when I'm there, I'll sit them down with the Dumpling app and try to walk them through that. You got to be flexible. You got to be willing to make adjustments. Like a football coach, and they would say, you got to be willing to call audibles. In a lot of ways, I'll talk to them about known brands that they already know. And I'll ask them, like, what kind of problems they've ran into, and are they open to a new solution? These kinds of conversations. In the sales world, they're what they call purpose-given conversations, meaning they have a purpose. Hey, have you ever had a thought about having 1 or 2 people that could take care of all those things for you, as opposed to having who knows how many strangers coming to your home, or strangers coming to your nice gated community that haven't really been vetted properly? One of the things I don't like is that I'm the only guy. I'm looking to expand and eventually get out from behind the wheel and let other people operate the behind the wheel portion, and just let me be the brand spokesman. The Elon Musk for Tesla, if you will. in that sense, or Magic Johnson on the Lakers, the guy that sells the business, sells the dream, sells the reason, whether it's the reason to work, whether it's a reason to order, whether it's a reason to network with me as a restaurant owner. Because there's other things that have organically happened that I'm doing now that I never thought would, creating catalogs for restaurants or taking over their social media brands, because it's come clear that they don't have a clue in terms of what they're doing for their socials. So now they're paying me to do their social medias, which again, this is something I never thought would my wildest dreams would happen, but it's a need you feel like go on.
To listen to the entire interview with Scott, owner of Fly Guys Delivery, click the link in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the Be a Boss podcast.